Welcome back, dear friends. So, in structure of atom, we studied so many things. In that, we discussed Bohr atomic model. Okay, different atomic model. First, Thomson atomic model. Okay, so after that, one of the important in our structure of atom topic, that is atomic number. What concept it is? Atomic number. So what it is atomic number? Okay. So in 1913, mostly in 1913, mostly discovered a concept of atomic number. Okay, mostly discovered a concept of atomic number. In that, what it is? It is the number of unit positive charge present on nucleus of an atom of an element. Okay, so whatever this atomic number is present on nucleus of an atom of an element. Okay, so that represented by generally atomic number is represented by Z. Okay, for example, Z is equal to 11. So Z is equal to 11 means what? Yes, your sodium. What? Sodium. When Z is equal to 19 means what? Potassium. So basically these are what? Representation of your atomic number. Okay, so see here whatever atomic number. Okay, so in atomic number, one more thing here we are going to discuss in atomic number. So that atomic number is nearly equal to that number of protons and number of electrons. Okay, means see here atomic number is equal to their number of electrons and number of protons in neutral atom. So what is the meaning of this neutral atom? So see here what is the meaning of this neutral atom. So suppose you are writing sodium. Okay, so sodium is what? Your neutral atom. Okay, so in sodium here Z is equal to how much? Means atomic number how much? 11. So whenever you are writing Na plus, so it is what your cation part. So plus means what? 1 minus. So here how you are now atomic number of this or number of electrons present in your Na plus. So 11 minus 1 is 10. Okay, means these are what cation, these are what your neutral atom. Understood? And you may write, okay, you may write suppose H minus, you are going to write H minus. So how we can write here? As you know, atomic number of hydrogen 1. So this minus means what? Plus 1. Okay, so here how much? 2. So number of electrons in your H minus how much? 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, because minus means what? Here addition. Okay, and here plus means what? Subtraction. How much charge on that? See, basically it depends on how much charge present on that element. Okay, how much charge present on that element. Okay, suppose you are going to write for aluminium and Al plus 3. Okay, in neutral atom, and these are what neutral atom and these are what your cation part. Okay, so see here number of electrons in aluminium. Number of electrons in aluminium how much? Yes, their atomic number. So Z is equal to how much? 13. But whenever it's time to write number of electrons in that, so Al plus 3. So here how? 13 minus 3. Here plus 3 means what? 13 minus 3. So here 10 electron. Okay, so like that we can calculate here in neutral atom and in cation part and in anion part also. Okay, so basically here now one thing you keep in mind, all the atoms of same element have some number of proton in their nuclei. So obviously they have what? Same atomic number. So that's why whatever your that atomic number is never change. Okay, means no two elements have a different no two elements have a same atomic number. No two elements having a same atomic number. Understood? That's why it is a unique property, or we can identify easily that whichever element. Okay. Now see here. Now you got this neutral atom. Okay. Now pay attention. Our next part here. Okay. So next point we will discuss here. Okay. So whenever a reaction will happen, say here, whenever reaction will happen, only electrons of that atom take part in chemical reaction. Whenever reaction will happen, only electrons of that atom take part in a chemical reaction, not to proton. Protons will not take part in chemical reaction. Okay. So therefore atomic number of an element does not change during what? Chemical reaction. So it is very much important thing. Okay. So we will discuss here some examples. We can say number of electron, proton and neutron in some spaces. Okay. Suppose I will write here nitrogen. Okay. So N3 minus is what here? N3 minus is what? Nitride ion. Okay. So we will write here next phosphide ion, P3 minus. So from this we are going to calculate here number of electron, proton and neutron. So see how can you calculate? So number of electron in nitrogen. So as you know, number of electrons in nitrogen how much? Yes, 7. Okay, number of electron. So 7 in that. But can you observe this charge also? So 7. So total 3 minus charge. So plus 3. So how much you will get here answer? 10 electrons in your nitrogen, means N3 minus. So what we call that ion? Nitride ion. Understood? So see here. Now suppose we are going to calculate number of protons. So number of proton, yes, it is nearly equal to, it is equal to atomic number only. So how much that? 7 proton. Okay. And number of neutron. So number of neutrons. So atomic number of this nitrogen 7. So mass number how much? So mass number nitrogen 14. So 14 minus 7. So here how much? 7 only neutron. Understood? So like that we can calculate electron, proton and neutron from any species. Okay. So now see phosphide ion P3 minus. Okay. So in P3 minus, okay, see here from the P3 minus we are going to calculate electrons. So see here phosphorus here. So phosphorus atomic number how much? Yes, 15. So you must know here atomic number of up to at least atomic number 20. Okay. So see phosphorus, the atomic number how much? 15. Okay. So here minus 3. So here plus 3 become minus 3 becomes plus 3 here. So how much? Yes, 18 electrons present in your P3 minus. Understood? So how many proton in that? Yes, proton is nearly equal to what? Your number of electrons only. But in that neutral atom, but these are what? Anion part. So now nearly equal to their atomic number. So whatever Z, so Z how much? 15 proton here. Now see here, number of neutron in your phosphorus. So number of neutron in your phosphorus how much? Yes, mass number of phosphorus is how much? 31. So say here 31 minus 15. 31 minus 15 how much? 16 neutron in your phosphorus. So one thing you keep in mind, okay, whenever you are calculating this number of electron, so in number of electron only you have to charge, you have to consider whenever you are calculating number of electron. But whenever you are calculating number of proton and neutron, only you see whichever your element. I mean nitrogen here, so it contains 7 proton. Okay, here that Z, atomic number Z, okay, of that nitrogen, Z is equal to 7. Understood? The number of neutron. So here whatever this charge depends on your number of electron only, not with on proton and neutron. Understood? So now we will take another example also. Suppose the see here uh, hydroxide ions. Okay, say OH minus is what your hydroxide ion. Okay, so from hydroxide ion, suppose we are going to calculate here number of electron, proton and neutron. Okay, so number of electron in hydroxide ion, so see atomic number of oxygen 8, and here what, hydrogen 8 plus 1 9. So see here we can write 8 plus 1. So here see minus 1 charge. So here become what? Plus 1. So how much? 10 electron present in your this OH minus ion. So how many number of protons? So oxygen 8 and its hydrogen 1. So 9 proton and neutron. Whenever you are calculating neutron here, so see here oxygen, how much here? Atomic number 16. Okay, so the mass number 16, atomic number 8. So 8 number of neutrons in your oxygen. Understood? So hydrogen, there is no neutron. So in your OH minus, number of neutron, how much? Because hydrogen don't have neutrons, so 8 neutrons. Understood? So these are what some species we done electron, proton and neutron in them. Okay, so see here now we are going to discuss here next term, that is mass number. Okay, so see in that mass number, so mass number, it is denoted by a letter small a. So it is what, basically addition of what, neutron plus proton. Okay, so means mass number A is equal to addition of proton plus neutron. Suppose you are going to calculate, we'll say example, mass number of your sodium. So number of proton in them means equal to atomic number, so 11 plus number of neutron in them 12. So how much? 23 is what? Mass number of your sodium. Okay, understood? Now suppose we are going to calculate for magnesium also. So see magnesium, proton plus neutron. So proton in that how much? 12. So plus how much? Neutron also 12 in that. So how much mass number? 24. Means A is equal to what? 24. So like that we can calculate here mass number. Okay. Now see how we can representation of mass number. Okay. Or we can say atomic mass. Mass number is also called as atomic mass. Okay. Suppose see how can we represent this? Symbol of element. Okay, say here in lower left we are writing what? Atomic number. Lower left we are writing atomic number, and upper left we are writing what? Mass number, or we can say what? Atomic mass. So example also we can write here nitrogen. Okay, so nitrogen atomic number 7, mass number 14. So like that, what here? Representation of our mass number. Okay, now see here applications also. So like that we saw applications means applications of your atomic number and mass number. So this application of atomic number and mass number, so it is one of the important application is what? To calculate number of electrons, protons and neutrons. electron, protons and neutrons. So see here, how can, we already done this calculation of electron, neutron and proton. Okay, so see here, calculation. So one important formula also we can derive for that, for calculation of electron, proton and what? Neutron. Okay, electron, proton and neutron. So see here, in that how can you calculate here? For neutral atom, for say for neutral atom, say number of electrons, number of electrons is what? Z. Z means what? Atomic number. Okay, so whenever we are calculating for cation, so from cation, suppose we are going to calculate number of electron. So say here, for cation, okay, and in that we are going to calculate for number of electrons. So see here how we can calculate this. Okay, so for cation, now only we discuss here. So formula becomes what? Z minus charge on cation. Z minus charge on cation, or on that element how much charge is present. Okay, so for anion, how we can calculate number of electrons, how we can calculate? Z, yes, anion addition plus charge on that anion. Okay, so it is very much important for calculation of electrons. So as I told you, that number of protons and neutrons, so that number of protons, as you know, it is equal to what? Atomic number only, and number of neutrons may vary. For example, in phosphorus, mass number, okay, so mass number is 31. Okay, that's why we saw whenever we done number of neutrons regarding phosphorus, so that how much came? 16. Okay, so number of neutrons we can also see here whenever we are calculating number of neutrons. Okay, so what will be the formula of that? Small a, number of neutrons is equal to A minus Z. So suppose if you want to calculate for phosphorus number of neutron, so how we can do this? Mass number how much? 31 minus, yes, atomic number is Z, how much you will get? 16 answer. So these are what? Number of neutron only. Understood? These are what? Number of neutron for your phosphorus. Understood? So like that, very much easy to calculate number of electron, proton and neutron. But one thing you keep in mind here, whenever you are calculating number of electron, you must see whether it present any charge, either cation or either anion. And for proton and neutron, you must know their atomic number for number of protons, and for number of neutrons, you must know their mass number. So we can calculate. Okay, so like that, these are what all simples regarding your atomic number and mass number. In that we saw representation also of mass number. Okay, so see here, next we will start distribution of electrons. Okay, or you can say arrangement of electrons. Okay, in atom according to that one scheme, Bohr and Drury scheme. Okay, so here arrangement of electrons in an atom according to according to Bohr-Buri scheme. Bohr-Buri scheme. So what they are saying? They are saying orbit. What? Orbit. So basically orbit is what? Okay. Orbit is what? Say. So orbit is what? It is the path of electrons. In that they are revolving in a circular orbit. Okay, what? Whatever your orbit or we can just say it what? Path of electrons, in that your electrons revolving around a nucleus. Okay, so as you know, so these are your orbit. Say positive charge here, first shell. Okay, these are what your second shell, third shell. Means whenever you are writing like this, so as you know, representation 1 2 3, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2 3 4 and so on, and we designated as a K, L, M and shell also. Okay, so see in that how can designate it that? Say it is your K shell, L shell, M shell. Okay, one more I will draw here. N shell also, say N shell here, K element, N shell. So like that means it is what? Path of electrons. Orbit is what? Path of electrons. So in that as you know, this n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2 means number of shell. Okay, and orbital, these are what? Your orbit, path of that electrons. In that electrons are revolving in a circular orbit around the nucleus. Okay, so as you know, constituents of nucleus. So constituents of nucleus is what? Protons and neutrons. So, and togetherly we call that protons and neutrons is what? Nucleons. Nucleons. So that also you keep in mind. Togetherly we called proton and neutron is what? Nucleons. So see KLM and N shell. Okay. So in that see what will happen. Next term is orbital. So your orbital basically orbital, in that it is a region. Orbital what? It is a region where probability of finding electron is maximum in that particular area. Okay. Orbital is what? It is a region where probability of finding electron is maximum. Okay. It may be your near to the nucleus. Okay. Far away from the nucleus also. Okay. Understood? Orbital you keep in mind. Orbital is what? It is a region where probability of finding electron is maximum. Means in that, in orbital what? Electrons are present. Okay. So these are what? Your orbit and what? Orbital. Orbital. Understood? So as you know, whatever these orbitals in K element shell, electrons are present. Okay. So in that, what will happen? We done how much electrons means distributions of electrons in a shell. So distribution of electrons in a shell, that according to one that formula 2n square. So as you know, we already discussed this. For n is equal to 1 here. For n is equal to 1. See, for this n is equal to 1, this what? N is equal to 2, n is equal to 3 and is what? N is equal to 4. Okay, so see, according to our 2n square, when n is equal to 1, so 2 into 1 square is equal to what? 2. Then for n is equal to 2, okay, 2 into 2 square, okay, here how much? 8. And when n is equal to 3, 2 into 3 square, how much? 18. And n is equal to 4, 2 into 4 square, okay, 32. Okay, means they are saying what? In each cell, here how much? 2 electrons, here how much? 8, here 18 and here 32. So whatever these magic numbers, so we call it as a what? These 2, 8, 18, 32, we call it as a what? Magic numbers. In that we saw in periodic table also, whatever in a group, that atomic numbers, they are arranged in this on the basis of these magic numbers. Okay, these are what? Magic numbers. So in that, as you know, suppose your hydrogen. So after the hydrogen, then your lithium will come. Okay, means +2. Then after that, which your come? Sodium. Okay, so 3 hydrogens here. Hydrogen your, say, we will discuss here. Hydrogen. So here this hydrogen, as you know, हे लिमका सोडा, पेप्सीचे रुबाब कसे फार. I already told this in periodic classification of the elements. Okay, you may discuss this thing. Hydrogen atomic number 1. So here lithium 3, here 11. Means here we done +2, here we done +8. Like that. Again, 2, 8, 8, 18, 32, we have to plus. So these magic numbers are important. So that which how it can, with the help of this formula, 2n square. Okay, so see here, whatever means maximum number of electrons present in shell, that we discuss on the basis of 2n square formula. Then after that we will discuss, okay, means first lower energy from the nucleus, lower energy will fill first, then higher energy. Okay, means we can say electrons do not enter. Okay, means what? Electrons do not enter into new shell. Electrons do not enter into new shell unless you fill this first. Understood? First you have to complete this your first shell of from that nucleus. So see, we will see some example also. Okay, means how we can do electronic configuration of that elements. See, suppose you are writing here for hydrogen. So as you know, hydrogen Z is equal to 1. Okay, so see, these are your nucleus, this first shell. So as you know, 2 electrons in that. Understood? In first shell 2 electrons. Okay, but our atomic number of hydrogen is what? 1. Understood? So 1 only. So suppose you are writing for helium. So helium Z is equal to what? 2. Means here nucleus, here your first shell. Okay, then here 2. Means first shell we have to fill. Okay, then you have to fill according to our 2n square formula. Okay, so see here, third one, Li atomic number 3, first shell. Then here we need second shell also. Means here first 2 electrons. So we can write electronic configuration also. For hydrogen how much? 1. And for helium also what? 2. And for lithium, how can you write electronic configuration? 2, 1. Understood? 2, 1. So very much here important. Okay. Whatever energy of lower energy field first, then afterwards higher energy. Okay. Means see here, like that we are going to fill. Suppose we are writing for, okay, so these 2 over and here what? 1. Means our atomic number, Li atomic number also completed 3. 2, 1, so 2 plus 1, 3. Okay, now suppose we are writing for sodium. So see, suppose we are writing for sodium. Say sodium, atomic number how much? 11. So how can you write this? Say first shell, then second shell. Okay, then your what? Third shell. So see, your third shell means here first 2, then what? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so like that electrons we filled. So we filled electrons in what? Orbital, where probability of finding electron is maximum. Okay, so see how we can write here sodium electron configuration. 1 also, 2, 8, 1. So sodium 2, 8 and 1. So these are what? Electronic configuration. Okay. Now, after that we will discuss one more also. In that, say, means up to KLM we saw. Up to KLM we saw. Now whatever filling of electrons in orbital. Okay. Whatever filling of electrons in orbital. So say one more we will say an example for potassium. So see potassium atomic number, yes, 19. So see here, it is your nucleus. So first shell, then what your second shell, then here your third shell. Okay, here what your third shell, then here what fourth shell. Okay, so see their electron configuration is what? Electronic configuration of your potassium. Okay, 2, 8, 8, 1. 2, 8, 8, 1. So see here, first these two, then 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And last is what? 1. But now only we study according to our KLMN shell. So see, it is your K shell, L shell, M shell and N shell. So already we studied here. Here how much? 2 electrons maximum. Then here what? 8 electrons. Then here what? 18 electrons. Then here 32 electrons. Okay. So why like that it will happen in this for potassium? Okay. Why like this happen? Means after L shell completed 8 electron. Okay. Up to this much, okay, no issues. KL. But whenever our M shell, how much capacity of that? 18. But without again we have to fail in that M shell. We immediately, which shell we fill? Our N shell. Because why like that it will happen? Okay. After that, some advancement in that, in this field occur. Okay. So what here, that advancement, okay, that advancement on the basis of, say, electrons present in an orbitals. So after that, some important here. So what is that orbital? So that orbital is what? It is a three-dimensional space. Orbital is what? Three-dimensional space around the nucleus. Okay. So some rules are there. Okay. So after that, some researches. Researches will happen. So in that, what will happen? More advancement means what? New subshell introduced here. S, P, D and F. So this S, P, D and F we are studying. Means in our periodic table, S block element, P block element, D block element. Okay. Means like that our nature of our periodic table. Okay. In that S block, P block. Okay. So see like that our nature. S block, P block, D and here downside what? A block. Okay. So what will happen here? Probability of finding electron, okay, is maximum in that orbital. Okay. So therefore what will happen? Your whatever your 18 electrons Okay, so see here, the last electron of an element with atomic number 19 goes into fourth shell. Why they are not goes into third shell only? Because, so see, because here they are only possible when various orbital present in an orbit. Various orbitals. So why it like this will happen? Because because various orbitals present in orbits. Okay, so it is one of the most important reason. Means whatever your last electron, whichever your last electron, that goes in what fourth shell instead of capacity of third shell, it's not yet fulfilled. Then only it goes to where fourth shell. Then why it is possible? Why it happens? Because various orbital present in orbits. So as you know the nature of s, p, d and f. Understood? So some rules also for filling electrons in different. Okay. After that some rules were discovered for filling the electrons in what? Orbit. Okay. So it is very much important all over whatever we saw. So here one thing you keep in mind. Okay. So basically 2, 8, 8 and 1 up to this 18. Okay, 18 electron, okay. But whenever it's time to fill this last electron, that last electron never goes to in that third shell only. It goes where in fourth shell. Why? Because various orbitals present in orbits. And after that, some rules for filling electrons in an what orbitals are developed. Okay, so that rules it in your higher classes. So whatever we studied, atomic number, mass number, then orbit, orbitals, you keep in mind is all. Okay, then we studied how distribution of electrons, then atomic with your 2, 8, 8, that magic numbers also we saw 2, 8, 18, 32. Okay, so all these are very much important. Okay, so one more here we can mention whatever your last shell. Last shell, as you know, what we call that last shell, your valence shell. What we call this last shell as a valence shell. Okay, say last shell we call it as a what? Valence shell. Okay, then second shell we call it as a what? Penultimate shell. Then third we call it as a what? Anti-penultimate shell. Understood? So these are also important words. Valence shell, penultimate shell, and third shell is what? Anti-penultimate shell. So you keep in mind all these. Understood? So whatever our next part, that next part we will discuss later. Okay. So you revise all the things and you say whatever your all model of an atom, Niels Bohr model of an atom. Okay. So thank you.